All right, this is the results from last month from the case study store that I started. We did about $91,537.
What's up, beautiful people? If you're wondering why I'm all wrapped up, because it's pretty cold where I'm at. I'm in Austin and everything is freezing and it's really cold. But thank you so much for coming back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're gonna talk about this specific store that I got started for this case study for YouTube. So we talked about it. I have 2 other videos on this specific store about, when I did a couple $1,000s, how it became a winning product and all that. So you can go ahead and watch those. As I promised, since I made this store specifically for this case study on YouTube, I'm going to talk about how I found this product, how I got my creatives made, how I tested this product, and I'm going to show you my ad account. And of course, I know you all want to know what my profit margin is, and I'm going to show you that too. And I'm going to show you what apps I've used to increase my conversion rate and get better average order value. So if you want to see what all those things are, keep watching. Just before we get started, I have 2 spots available in my mastermind. So if you guys are curious what my mastermind is weekly calls that we go through training, focusing on your business, helping you find a winning product, scale it, and all that good stuff. I have 2 spots available if you are interested. I'll put the link down below how to apply for it. So you can go ahead and, apply down below. And let's get to the point and talk about all these things that you want me to talk about. First of all, let me show you exactly how the other data look like, what my conversion rate was, and everything else. So you see at $91,537, our conversion rate average was about 3.56%, which is pretty average for a winning product, honestly. Usually, if you have a winning product, sometimes some products have higher conversion rates, some products have lower conversion rates, but that's the average for a dropshipping business. My average order value is about $27.18. Total order, we did about 3,385, but I'm not gonna waste your time with that. Let's get to the point. First question that a lot of you guys are going to be asking me is, how did I find this winning product? I used PP ads to find this product. I put the link down below if you guys want to check it out. It's going to look something like this. Basically, what you can do is it's like ad spy, but it's for TikTok. And what I like about it is you can literally see everyone's ads and you can see your competition. So if you're testing a product, you can see if anybody else is running that product, which I actually recommend people testing products that not that many people are selling. So if you decide on a product, you can go search the name here. So for example, heatless curl, this is just an example I'm giving you, and the results would come up and you can see if anybody's ever ran this or they're running it. So you get the dates up here. So today is February 2nd or 3rd. They tested this yesterday, didn't work. So I kind of, I would never test this at this time of the year. A lot of times, a lot of winning products can come back. But if you scroll down, you see some products did really well, but these people probably did Sparks ads. They rerun the same ads to the same, they reran ads to the same video from a page. So that's why they have a lot of popularity. But I don't want to spend so much time on this one. If you want to check it out, I'll put the link down below. You can go check it out. Now, next question is, how did I get my creatives? I either get my guy to get some content from the internet and edit them together, or I record my own video, or I send them to an influencer. I also use ecomedits.com to get UGC content. So you can, I do combination. So I did combination of these. 3 of the ads out of the 6 ended up becoming a winning creatives. So I've been scaling with those at every couple weeks. I basically just come up with a new creative and try to add that to the collection, because the creatives can die pretty quickly on TikTok and you have to come up with a better creative and continue that. All right, it's getting pretty cold in here. But next question is, how did I test my product? This is literally how I test every single product on TikTok. I have one campaign, ABO campaign. I have 5, 6 ad groups, depending on how many creatives I have. This one I had about, I think, 6 creatives. So I did 3 creatives in 3 of them, and then 3 creatives in another 3. That I do that because I like to kind of give all the creatives all the chances. Since the budget is small, you want to kind of give it all the chances of winning. So I like to do that. You don't have to necessarily have 6 creatives. You can start with 4, 3, 4, but at least I recommend having 3. I do no targeting. I pretty much scale with no targeting. I test with no targeting. TikTok is really smart these days. You don't really need to put any targeting in there for it to be successful. You can literally do no targeting, and if it's supposed to perform, it would perform. If it's not supposed to be a winning product, no matter what you do, it would just not do good, if that makes sense. I do US and Canada, and I set it up for midnight. So if you have $20 budget, you want to give it all the chances of like kind of slowly spending till midnight. If you set it up for 6 p.m., between 6 p.m. and midnight is going to spend all your money. You know what I mean? So you want to go from midnight to midnight, if that makes sense. Next question is, what's my CPM? Let's get into my ad account so to get a better idea. Actually, for the couple of the days, I was scaling 2 or 3 products, I think, at some point. But unfortunately, I thought the factory was closing on 23rd. And it was closing at 17th. Basically what happened, I ordered the main products enough in the warehouse so we could have that and we could scale that. But unfortunately, I was too late to order the other products. So I ended up killing my ads, which I'm actually turning back on tomorrow from the different ad accounts to see if it still performs now that, Chinese New Year is going to be over on Monday. So I can get them ordered, and go and get it going. But yeah, that's one of the things, just throwing it out there. But here's the ad accounts that I used, and let's put the date between 1st and 31st. So we're going to scroll down. Actually, we're going to take off the active ones. You might not see all the campaigns really spending money just because these are all brand new campaigns, but the total, you see that we spent about $28,560. So we spent about $28,000 to get around $91,537, which is pretty dang good. And then going back here, you see that my CPA, average CPA, is about $10.95. Again, that's pretty good. If we were staying profitable, I think our average profit was 20 to 25% daily. Like some days we would have bad days. There were a couple of times that TikTok was just acting up, and there were a couple of days that I was testing other products in the beginning. So kind of count that in. Probably 4 or 5% of my profit went kind of there. Otherwise, it would be way higher. CTR was about 148 average. Usually when you have a winning product, it's going to start with higher CPA, but it's going to, as you go, it's going to drop. So ours started at I think 2%, and slowly went down, 1.6, 1.7, 1.5. I don't know. It just fluctuates a little bit, but usually I notice most of my winning products have 1.5 and higher. Now, CPM was about $7.54. It's pretty average. Some of them are higher. You see some like $12, $10, but that happens. It just how ads are. Some gonna fluctuate, gonna be higher, some gonna be lower. So, but the average, it's the average that we care about, really. We're not worried about, oh, let me see if one is doing better than the other, and just worry about it too much. CPC was about 51 cents. It's actually a little bit higher than I imagined, but then again, keep in mind, this was also right after Q4. Still, things are slowly going back to normal, dropping down, the cost of ads and all that. I notice now when I'm testing on a different store that I have, everything is just way, way, way cheaper compared to when we, on January, when we decided we're going to make this a case study of 2022, brand new. So everything is updated. Nothing is, BS or any of that. So that's that. Now let's talk about profit, because I know that's something that you guys want to know. I use Accountify to track my profit. When you go to Accountify, let me see if the dates are right. Yeah, the dates are right. It's not going to track everything, because I think, why is this in 92,000? How much did I do? 91? I don't know. Sometimes I think the dates are off. One of them is East Coast or West Coast. Oh, okay. So there's one thing I don't like about Accountify is it does not track the refunds. So the refunds show in there. So that's why you see 92,000 here, but it's actually 91,000. So we had about $500 in refund, I believe. It doesn't track that in here, but hey, it's free, and that's what I like to recommend to people, my students, just because in the beginning, I don't want people to start paying for bunch of stuff out there. You don't have to pay for things. Our profit was about $19,356, about 21%. Like I said, a lot of it. Also, we tested a lot of products. There were 4 or 5 days that TikTok was acting up. It would just spend all of our money within 10 minutes, and literally we wasted like $2,000-$3,000 there, but you know, it's okay. We're still profitable. And an ad spend 38,000. It was 38,000. Why does it say 38,000? Oh, I know why. My bad, guys. So remember I said I'm running ads from another ad account. So the reason you can't track everything from an ad account, there was actually 2 other ad accounts that I had. I had one product that I was scaling for like a week, and then we decided, you know, completely because I didn't get it ordered. And there was another one that I was scaling for a little bit, but that one completely died off. So I had 2 other ad accounts that were connected to this store, but I showed you just one just to know the numbers. But the numbers are pretty similar between all these ad accounts, okay? So yeah, 38,000 on ad spend. Cost of goods was about $34,627, and then profit is $19,356, which is pretty decent. That's pretty average. Usually, actually, with TikTok is a little bit higher, but our profit margin was a little bit lower this time. And also, as I said, because we were testing some products, so there was like a bunch of money that was just going there. And there was also, there were some of the days that TikTok was acting up and spending our money really quick. Last thing that I want to talk about that I get a lot of questions about, people consistently asking me, what apps do you use? What apps do you use? So this is not the biggest thing that you need to pay attention to, but definitely they make a huge difference when you're scaling. So example, abandonment protector, it's for email recovery, for email marketing, all that stuff. What I like to do, I like to send out 3 emails to recover the cart. If it doesn't recover, then I do some marketing after that. I also like to send coupons after people buy so they can come back and buy more. That's very effective if you do it correctly. I do the same exact thing with SMS bump. So it's SMS marketing. I do use multi-currency because I was testing for a while in the UK and other countries, but you don't necessarily have to have that. I prefer having that. Sweet upsell for post-purchase upsell. I really like how easy it is to set up. And one of the most important things I do, volume and discounted pricing, to sell in 2s and 3s. And there's other apps that you can basically bundle up, do different things. So that's something that I highly recommend. Or you can get someone to basically, a developer, to do it manually, install it in your store. So whatever you want to do. The next app that I highly recommend you guys get if you do not want to get hold on PayPal is PayPal Tracking Autopilot. Basically, what it does every time you sell and your supplier fulfills your order, it automatically uploads your tracking from your store to PayPal, which helps you with getting any limitation or hold and anything. We haven't had any issues with PayPal. Really, we kind of have a monthly limit, like that. If we hit after that, the money goes on hold. But I mean, that hasn't been really the issue because we have a high limit. But yeah, these are the apps that I'm using. I really don't go crazy with apps. It slows down the store. If I ever need anything that it's easier to do, I get my developer to kind of code inside my Shopify theme rather than just adding a bunch of apps, because it slows down it can slow down your product page. I don't like to do that. So yeah, that's what I do. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if these kind of videos are beneficial for you, what you learned from it, and let me know what kind of videos do you want me to make in future. But that was it for this video. And just one favor before you leave, if you can go ahead and follow me on my Instagram. If you guys know, I lost my old Instagram, so I really appreciate it if you go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'll post there every day pretty much about dropshipping, online businesses, how to get profitable, I show my ad accounts and all that stuff. So go ahead and follow me there. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I see you guys on the next video.